Okay, we should be good to go. We just need a few seconds for it to like activate and go live. Maggie's here, which is good for inspiration. Actually, this is interesting in the chat. I'm reading it already, Paul. There's a question about to see if anybody else has encountered this in Beta 5 where the mouse cursor was offset by an inch.
What? No.
Huh.
No. That would not be a Beta 5 thing. All I can think of is maybe it's a screen, or is the person got a forced screen resolution, or maybe be running large Windows 8.1 fonts or something. I know we've run into some weirdnesses with that. But no, that should not be the case.
Okay. Well, anyways, let me introduce us. Hey, I'm Ray, the producer on Galactic 3, and this is Paul Boyer, lead designer of the project. What we are hoping to do today is basically we just released a massive update to the game, Beta 5, and we'd really be interested to see what your feedback is in the chat, of course, but at the same time, we want to be able to kind of go through some of the new things. So for some of the people who maybe haven't picked up the game yet and are stopping by to check out the stream, they can see what the game's all about. Let me just switch it over here, and Paul is playing. There we go. Okay, so now everybody should be able to see Paul setting up the situation for what the game he wants to play.
I doubt if we'll actually get to play much, so I'm going to just kind of get something a little interesting. So I mostly made a galaxy with none of the canon races. So we have the Iconians, the Iridium, the Thalion, the Yor as our bad guys. They'll leave the Terrans, the Altarians, the Dredgen out. They get all the glory. All right, so lots of new features in Beta 5. We have, let's see. Hey, I thought minor rifts were here. Minor races were here. Oh, no, they're over here. We have minor races in, which a lot of people already know about because we've talked about it. And let's see. Oh, yeah, and all of the game pacing things, which maybe let's go ahead and put everybody on suicidal. Okay, that's probably not the best plan for me. Actually, let's not do that. I don't want to get slaughtered in public. And I'll just leave everything else on normal, and we will start up. Do we have any questions while we're loading here?
Let's see. Okay, sound is good. I was checking with them to see how the sound was. Let's see. Oh, what's the plan for your assembly? At the moment, we can only produce 5 billion at once, which is not. Let's see, which is a lot early and too little late.
You know, I was thinking about that. What I have a couple of options I could do for that. I hate to take this crappy planet and do it. We have several options I could do with that. We can either have multiple assembly projects that produce different amounts of of people, or just lower it, and then you'd have to just keep banging on. And I can't decide whether I like that or not. So we'll play with it. We'll come up with something, though.
Okay.
Let's see. I am playing Benevolent. Maybe I should act. Oh, I already chose Pragmatic, I guess.
There's a good question in the chat, too. Zap Gun for Hire mentions, on the technology screen, can we have something that shows how many more research points it will take to finish a technology? This would help out quite a bit when trying to figure out or fine-tune
well, the preview will tell you if you're already through something where it says up in the corner how many turns it takes. Let me check on that. I don't want to be a liar. The preview will update depending, like if you have. Oh, that was dumb. Sorry, I was trying to play at the same time. Let's see, technology. Oh, you're right. This number here, where it says 5 turns, is correct. So if I had already researched this halfway up, it would say 2 or 3. So this number is correct. Now, we can't forecast too far ahead because we don't know what's going to change. So this is at your current research spending rate. This will take 5 turns, and that is how that works. So hopefully that will meet your needs. I'm not entirely sure if there was something specific you wanted beyond that.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, actually, this is kind of a well talked about one too. Will there be a search function in the technology tree? Or
Well, we've toyed with the idea. I doubt if anything will get into the base game, but maybe eventually we will come up with something like that. Actually, just put these guys to duplicate.
So this is the brand new Iconian race right here.
This is the Iconians, yes, and you can see. I mean, I don't know how many people are new to the stream today. Now we've got the trails. On the ships, the Iconians, actually their tech tree isn't quite done yet, but we put them in anyways. But they have some neat things. Like one of the things that you'll notice is that their star bases are automatically guarded because they actually get 2 and their planets, 2 little interceptor drones that will protect them, and it's like having a carrier module on there. And also, here's another thing. Let's see. I don't know if this one is guarded. These ship graveyards. Oh, the survey ship is now armed. So, and yep, and this one is guarded. And I didn't get the pop-up. That's a bug. You're supposed to get warned, but that's all right. I can take them.
So, but that's something that was mentioned on the forums, and we are checking that out right now because we were able to reproduce that.
But you could slaughter these guys. The only way you really lose fighting these little pirates with the survey ship is if you do it like 5 times and don't let yourself repair. So, but we wanted the players to get a chance to start, have something to fight right away. Now what we're going to do is ooh, look, he's taking some damage. Ooh. He's going to win though. Yeah, he took him out. So yeah, I just lost, like 12, 14 16 hit points. So now if I just go running off to the next one and keep doing pirate encounters, I will eventually get myself blown up. And if I attack a shipyard, I will definitely get myself blown up because it's not you're not quite that powerful. This also is helpful if another player gets like a lost defender or something. They can't just run over and destroy your colony ship. One of the things I know that there were people were bitching about, and rightfully so, was that the ships were the starting scout only had 1 move. That was actually kind of a side effect of another change we made, and we missed it, and we fixed that. So in the next hot patch, the starting scout will have a hyperdrive, and we'll be back up to 2 moves. Although what we really want to encourage you to do is research interstellar travel as quickly as possible. Speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and go to hyperdrive specialization, which is even better because that will get me up to 3 moves for an unpiloted ship. Here's a Thulium planet. That is actually we still need to do a little work on the art on those, but you can now mine those. Get back to my planet here. One of the other awesome new things that I haven't got my constructor yet because I'm not spending correctly. The Iconians, one of the great things that I keep saying this, everybody's like, oh, it's not very important. Well, it's super important late game, is the Iconians are immune to nebulas. And that is awesome. I was hoping a planet would be exposed by the time I got a colony ship. So you can actually like some of the nebulas will literally take away hit points. They'll take away accuracy. They'll take away speed. You can actually get in there and attack people from nebulas or draw them into nebulas and really slaughter and get big advantages. It's like having a fleet of support ships with you. It's very, very cool. Let's see. So now I'm up to that. I'm going to go back to Industrialization, because I need starbase factories as soon as possible. Any questions?
Few have jumped in here. There was a mention that asking you why the shield icon was gone from the planet list, which to determine like which planets are defended and which aren't. Seems to be missing.
It does. I don't know. I will
So
look
yeah,
into that.
We have to. Log
I
that
will
and
look into that. Yeah, that is a bug. All right. So now, okay. Here's another cool thing. Is now. Oh man, you're killing me. All constructors start with a module, so you can immediately pick a specialization if you want. You can also pick defense if you don't want to choose, or you can even pass if you just don't care to make a decision yet. So I'm going to go ahead and build me a constructor. All right, so this guy, you'll see now he automatically has an arrow on him, and he will prompt me at the end of the turn if I don't do anything about it, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. And then not only because I'm Iconian and I'm playing as a Starfaring race, not only do I have one free module, I have two. So I'm going to choose Economic Base. And I might actually pass on the second one until I get Starbase Factories. Okay.
Let's see. Oh, actually, there's a good mention here too, like asking when to expect a stability patch for this beta.
Well, we'll probably be patching. I would imagine, next week maybe, or usually we do these on a week by week basis.
Well, we definitely want to get the feedback over the weekend, right?
Yeah.
See how everything goes over the weekend, so we can assess the situation basically.
Yeah. Let's see. How do I get? That's annoying. Oh, that's not far enough away.
Oh, are double stars still planned?
Binary systems might end up being pushed into an expansion because I thought of some gameplay mechanics to them, whereas originally they were just going to be cosmetic. So I think what I'm going to do is push them into the first expansion or maybe a DLC because I think we can do more with them than just have them be pretty.
Okay. There was a mention in the chat. Hopefully, warm spring comes to Michigan soon. I think it's snowing outside.
It is literally snowing outside.
Yeah. So we hope for that as well.
Okay, and then here's another cool new feature. People who have played the beta have probably already noticed this. Now, say I go to this starbase and, well, ironically, I used the thing I cared about. Say I want I want to build a starbase defense system, and I don't want to go through all the rigmarole of building constructors and individually sending them over. I could actually just hit this request constructor button. And now what that does is it tells this starbase here, or whatever the closest starbase is, to build it a constructor. And when this constructor is finished, it will just go over there. And I could do the same thing here. And now both of those eventually will prompt me to say, hey, I got new construction modules. Do you want to build them? And if I don't want them, like they got into the queue ahead of my repeat, which is fine. But say I want to build a scout, I can throw a scout in here and move it ahead, and it won't break that. There is a bug right now to where if you do this, in certain cases, ships that were like scheduled to go to other rally points will go to your star bases, and we already fixed that internally. That'll be in the patch.
Okay.
Oh, hey, who's this? Where are you going? Where are you going?
Oh, actually, this is a really.
He's going there. Wait a second. What happened to my ship? What are you doing? What are you doing? Get over here. Oh, God. If I lose this race to that planet now, I'm going to be infuriated.
The tension is real.
Well, I don't get to play the game as much as I like, and I still get frustrated with these things.
The CW mentions in the chat, and when I remember checking out that forum post just yesterday about the rally point bug, and I know Colin did look into
That is what I was just referring to, is that the rally points were broken, and it was primarily because of that, of the request constructor code was kind of conflicting with it.
Yeah.
Let's see, did you see that? So this guy, constructor just came out, flew over here. Now I have an arrow. So if I hit turn, it's going to say, hey, didn't you want to build something? Now I can actually pass if I want, and I can request some more and then just keep passing on them until I get the thing I want. Honestly, actually, what I want from this now is to eject this starbase and send it somewhere else. I mean, this constructor somewhere else, because I was hoping for some relics, but I don't see anything yet. Let's actually send him up here, get a head start on supporting that new planet that I'm about to grab. Let's see what else. One of the things that everybody will be, I probably, the people who care have already found this out, but we now are supporting full rollover of production on the planets and the star bases and research. So essentially, if you have 100 points and you build a 20-point ship, that starbase will keep those 80 points and apply it to the next ship. And if in the next ship is only 20 points and you're making 100 points a turn, you're going to have 100 points the next, or 160 or whatever. And essentially, it'll keep stacking up. And then when you cut production cost, those points will then be spent off as if you were still sending them. So you still can't finish more than one ship a turn, but you can roll over, which I think will make a lot of people very happy.
Let's see. Oh, there was a comment that in the battle viewer they had noticed projectiles fired from one ship would stop and explode at another ship's previous location, as opposed to that ship's current location.
That hopefully isn't the case. We'll have to keep an eye out on that. What that might have been is the point defense shooting it down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but I'll look into that.
Okay. Will you be able to unrequest a constructor's?
You can just grab the constructor and send him on his way somewhere else, or you can go into the shipyard and cancel it. Actually, let's find that out. I hope that I won't crash the game. I think I could cancel.
There is
that should work just fine.
Okay. We do have a request about mining asteroids.
That is actually coming. Lazy World. I don't want to trade with Lazy World. I do want to trade with Iconia. Hey, look, ironically, I don't want to trade with Iconia. They are my dreaded lifelong enemy. What was I saying? I'm sorry, you asked me a question.
Yeah, it was in reference to mining asteroids.
Yes, that is actually a feature that will be in, well, actually, we should probably just go ahead and bring this up, where we may or may not have an official beta 6. What we're going to do is start having some bigger patches to beta 5, and one of them in April might be called beta 6. So, but yeah, we plan on getting asteroid mining in pretty soon. So that'll be coming in.
Okay.
Excuse me, I have to sneeze. Okay, I'm back.
Okay, so the next question I have, let's see. This is an interesting one. Paul, is the plan to have Iconian star system spawn inside a nebula?
Yes, actually it is.
Okay.
I don't want to promise it though, because we have a lot to do.
Gotcha.
But yeah, my dream is for them to actually be in like a donut.
Okay, gotcha.
Which would be awesome, because then people would literally be in a handicap when they're attacking you.
Okay. Yeah. Here's a question about: is there a way to disable the beep when a button is clicked? Now, I know we do have the UI sound slider, so you could
just turn that down. There's not a way to disable a particular beep. No, you have to turn down all of the UI sounds, which I believe is working now, right?
Yes, we should have the 3 sliders under the sound tab.
Yeah, UI volume, so you could just whoop, As a matter of fact, all these volumes are set a little too high, probably.
That's odd. Here's a question actually. Can we be only because maybe this question came before Beta 5, maybe that's why, but it was just one of those things that can we be able to delete custom factions because they had made too many?
Well, it could have been before Beta 5 because they didn't have it.
Right. That's what I was
you
thinking.
can delete custom factions.
Okay.
There is a little delete button. Oh, see, there's where the 2 modules is like instant Starbase Factory. There is a little delete button. I don't want to exit out because I'd have to exit the game. There's a little delete button in the lower left corner of the of the context area, and you can only delete custom factions. You can't delete core factions. So yeah, that should be working now. If it's not, it's a bug, and you should let us know. Oh god, this guy is so gross. Okay, so this is one of the miners. Where is he? I must have just seen him or seen one of his ships. Where is he?
Can we expect a random button to randomly create factions? So they can kind of be surprised after they start the game?
As a matter of fact. Oh, look at this. There he is. That is kind of a hideous color scheme he's got there.
Very noticeable.
That's Derek's fine work. Okay, so yeah. Oh, and he grabbed this. That's who I just met, was him. So there's a minor race down here somewhere. I need to start getting the Universal Translator pretty quick here.
Let's see. Oh, and then can we expect more UP resolutions?
Yes.
So more is better. That's what is mentioned. So
yes, we're gonna do more events and more UP resolutions. As a matter of fact, those are things that we'll be adding in patches even after release.
Because that's just one of those.
Because they're just data, and it's like as we have ideas for them, we can just add them. They're not necessarily like worthy of a DLC, but we want to just keep that alive as we move forward.
Gotcha. Oh, in the map editor, can you place stars right next to each other and make impassable walls of stars?
In the map editor, you could. Yes, we probably. I think I'm a little worried that we're not going to be able to get the map editor into vanilla and the vanilla version of the game. I don't have any trade licenses. That is a bug, and I guess I knew that was a bug, and I did it anyways. Let's get that fixed. Actually, I think that might already be fixed. Actually, so I'm gonna have to command guard.
This one's kind of similar to what we were mentioning before. Is it possible to make it so that Iconians can build star bases in Nebulas?
I believe they can. They should be able to already. If they can't, it's a bug.
Okay, then.
Yeah, that's part of their immune to Nebula.
Cool.
Goodness. Sorry, I'm all stuffed up thanks to the crazy weather.
Let's see.
Oh, there's another pirate base.
Oh, here's another one that came in too. Was can we play as a minor race?
You could make a copy of a minor race and turn them into a major, but you can't really play as a minor because they actually have restrictions on them to keep them minor.
Oh, is there? Will there be a tech that allows ships to teleport?
Not currently, no.
Okay. Oh, what about a tech that would allow you to move celestial bodies?
That is also not anything we currently have planned, though it does sound kind of cool.
Let's see. There's a request. Can we rename the star systems?
Oh, you are supposed to be able to rename the star systems, and I don't think that ever... You know what? I think that got broke when we turned off the context area. Yes, eventually you will be able to. Sorry about that. I thought that was already worked, actually.
Okay. This is a really interesting question. Are there any plans to add a viewable tech tree, like in Galciv 2? Which I find quite interesting because
There is
we have the
available.
button.
Yeah, maybe they don't know that, or maybe they want it to be the default. I think that several people have asked to have this be the default view.
Yeah.
I am looking into making it an option. But no, yeah, right now you have to actually go over and choose to look at the full tree. But it is here. Hopefully that is what they meant.
Um.
I don't know why I'm wasting my trade license on freaking Iconia.
Oh, this is interesting. Will we have the ability to script custom game automation, like a custom, like a custom tech queuing, or like an auto setting of ship destinations early in the game?
You can already set ship destinations with rally points.
Right.
You can already, and actually this is just visually not represented right now. You can actually plot by just clicking interstellar banking here, or that's a kind of a stupid thing to research too. Let's click zero gravity hulls, hull enforcement, done. Now I will just keep researching toward that until I get it. Each time one of the techs on the way gets unlocked, it will still prompt you, but you could just say continue researching. So hopefully that helps a little. But there's no like automatic scripting system currently planned.
Let's see. I'm just checking the chat right now.
Let's see. Is there anything worth building here? Starbase market. I got to start doing some mining, which is what I think this guy's goal is. Oh, look at this. If I do this right, I can get a durantium, a thulium, and another durantium, I think. I think I can get that. Yes, I can. But let's see. What else is new and fun? And it's hard to. I always forget that, a lot of people who are watching today are already. Oh, I should be trading. I don't even have Universal Translator, do I? Speaking of which, I shouldn't have been able to get UP without Universal Translator. That's a bug.
We have a question coming in about ship designs. Can we or could we get a transfer ship template to another custom ship design? And as well, could we design our own shipyard? So there are differences in design?
Okay. We are going to make it so that there'll be an option to select any ship of the same style, or any ship, and then we'll filter them by style. So you'll be able to get to other ships, although we're still going to filter it to see the Terran ones. But for people who are done a ton of modding and they want to make a new style, they want to play as the Federation or whatever, they've made all these Federation ships, they make a new faction, but they made them as Terran and they don't show up, and that's no fun. So we're going to address that. Making your own shipyard can easily be done right now as a mod, but we aren't planning on supporting that in the base game. Just as there's not going to be any screen for it, but we will eventually probably make that possible.
Cool. Is there something, or can there be something in the tech tree to show me unique text for that particular race?
You know what? Actually, currently now there is nothing that shows what is unique. Everything is actually a little bit unique, but they usually overlap, so it's hard to tell. No, we will probably, however, need to add something like that. And we're going to make a pass on the tech tree before release that will make it so you can trade unique text between races. So we're definitely going to have that. So that will be in before we get to gold.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. 2 scenes at once. All right, so now I've got. And this is a bug. This is not supposed to be the mining. Oh, it's not a bug. It's a incomplete asset.
Can we? Oh, actually, yeah. This one's cool with in reference to the tech tree. In the tech tree, let's see. Could they get in the tech tree? Could they get a cancel button so that you can check the things in the tech tree without changing the tech you're currently researching?
I thought we had addressed that. I guess that's not. Yeah, I guess if you select it, that's always how we've done it. I don't off the top of my head. I know there was a reason why we don't have a cancel button, but we'll look into it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Let's see.
I think I will actually quit playing for real and do some tests here with some battle stuff.
Cool. Oh, this is interesting. Currently, when a ship is moving to a destination, it shows where it'll be in 1 turn, 2 turns, etc. However, can we have the 1 turn marker stay in the same place while it's moving? It mentions that it's similar to how Civ 5 does it.
Huh? I'll look into that. I didn't really think about it.
Gotcha. That was interesting. Yeah, questioning in reference to movement. Let's see.
Okay, I'm gonna do some shuffling here.
In reference to the designing ships, when creating a ship, is there a way to change where you can connect a part to your design?
I'm not sure what they meant. Oh, where you can place a part?
Yeah,
So move hard points?
That's what I was thinking. It'd be moving a hard point, right? Then you'd have to modify.
Not really. I mean, essentially, if you want to change where something gets placed, you just essentially sorry, my brain just blew up because I was looking at this star. Let's see. Yeah, no, not really. What we do is we let you offset where you place things. The hard points are really kind of a hard thing to do because the ship designs themselves use them for placement. So they are they are kind of attached to the model. So we would have to manually dynamically assign them, which actually creates this giant matrix of memory. So that's why we didn't do it that way. But I don't know. We'll think about it. Mostly, yeah. Right now, if you want to move something, you actually literally just grab it and move it. You can't move its hardpoint itself. Okay. So I want to put this guy here, and this guy here, this guy here, and this guy. Oh, wait. No, I just did the same. There we go.
In the current Iconian tech tree is...
The current Iconian tech tree is not finalized.
Okay,
it's
that's
actually
basically all right.
It's more or less just the Terran tree.
Okay. So we could expect
again,
more unique, like Iconian
yes,
kind of text down the road.
Yes, they are not done. Everybody's going, what the hell is he doing? That is a good question.
Huh. There's one in the chat too about when you hold down control to determine distance a ship will move, can it also preview the path it will take? After the arrow path you see after you submit a move.
Oh, I thought it already did. Hold down control.
Yeah.
To preview the... Oh! Yeah, we actually, we were planning on do that. It just didn't get implemented yet. That will definitely be in it at some point.
Okay.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is do some support ships because I don't think people appreciate them properly.
Yeah.
Battle BP.
Yeah, I see what you mean. In the chat right now, they're talking about it too, and I can see what they mean in the sense that it's like that would make moving a lot easier.
Yeah.
Basically, being able to see that.
Yeah, I think that was planned. I don't know why it never actually got implemented. It's probably just we're busy.
Yeah. This one's interesting too about wormholes. Will we be able to use wormholes to travel from a set point to another set point in the map. So it almost sounds like a wormhole control.
No, I do eventually want to get hypergates in one of the expansions, which is the closest thing to that. But no, wormholes are by their nature random on purpose.
Yeah. This one sounds kind of tricky. The other players can see your movements. Could we make it so no one except you and like your allies can see it, since it's vital information?
Oh, for multiplayer or?
It's not mentioned, but that's kind of what I was thinking. That's where they would be going.
That's not a bad idea. I will think about it.
What kind of a general question? What modeling program do you use to model the ship components? Or what file extension would the editor recognize?
The editor itself, we will eventually release. God damn it! What is my problem? KINETCI. And we actually have our own format that we use. Almost any program that will export OBJ files can be then converted with our converter to work in the game. There is going to be there is a lot of special mumbo jumbo you have to do. So at some point we'll have a whole modding guide for people to know how to make them proper. But it's nothing magical. If you have Maya or 3D Max or 3ds Max, or you should be able to make parts.
This one's a neat one for in multiplayer. Could we get an option to share a battle viewer so that other players can watch it too, like if they're playing co-op versus AI?
Oh, I did the same.
It's kind of neat.
Again, I'm so mad.
Did it not work out with spawning?
No, I did this stupid thing again. I did that round robin for no reason. Okay. Anyways, I want to get a support fleet in, and I forgot that I don't have them in my thing. Okay, I'm gonna just do this one more time. And sorry. All right.
But yeah, that does sound like a neat feature for multiplayer to be able to like almost share the battle scene.
I think actually in multiplayer, you're saying you're not in the battle.
Right.
You want to be able to watch the battle.
Yeah, so their friend could see it. So that's why I just sounded.
Yeah, that would be cool. We don't currently have anything quite like that planned, but that doesn't mean we won't eventually get around to it.
Yeah, especially when we start reviewing multiplayer, and
yeah.
So that's a neat idea for sure. Let's see.
Honestly, we kind of assume that most multiplayer games will either be co-op and or people will, if you're playing, they get kind of fast, people will auto-resolve. So we didn't put a ton of thought into that, but it is a good idea. Okay, so now let's do this. Let's see. So we've got the Iconians versus the Iridium, which I guess attacking this player is active war. Oh, you're kidding me. It's the end of the world. This is what happens for letting me play long enough. I guess I could... You know what? I'm going to just exit and restart. Sorry. Okay, anyways, what was the question? Sorry.
Oh, no, we actually kind of moved on. There's one that's actually come up a few times that I want to make sure we address real quick. Is that, can we have more colors for custom factions?
Oh, yes. Okay, so we're going to have a bunch more UI colors, race colors, and logos in the final game, for sure.
Okay. Let's see.
What did I do? What the...
Oh, there's mentioned to fix the size of the pop-up that shows the name, stats, etc., so that the description text doesn't get cut off.
We have a bunch of script of text issues that we're addressing now, so hopefully those are kind of all polished features. You know what I think this is doing? I think it's syncing my game.
Interesting.
Can I turn that off? Oh, well, now it's done, now, so it doesn't matter.
Let's see.
That episode. Oh, I guess I had already hit go. What was I saying?
What is out? What is outside the window? I don't know. I'm not gonna look behind me. Let's see. What else?
Let's do this with less people too. Who do we want to see fight? We want
cool. Game setup is back up.
Let's do all the. Let's
There we
do
go.
the crazy new races. Do Thalion versus Iconian. And I might as well make this a tiny map because all we're gonna do is kill each other on it.
Oh yeah, there's mention too about to please limit the amount the AI accepts for weekly payments.
We actually were just talking about that. We actually have to kind of redo that. It's a little. It's too easy to. It's too easy to game the AI with the scheduled payments right now. So, God. Keys. Range.
Here's actually interesting question I had just noticed in the chat. Do battles always end with the enemy fleet totally destroyed?
Yes, all the battles are winner take all, and will be so at least for the first version of the base game.
What was the big driving force behind that for this to make it like that? So there's no
It's
retreat?
you don't to do back and forth battles. Actually, you end up with a lot of. It's just a whole different type of game mechanic. We generally always keep them winner take all, and we do have some ideas on like having you let over salvage ships from battles and stuff. But no, it's mostly a game pacing issue.
This one. Let's see. We read the chat here real quick. I am sorry to hear that you had a fire alarm. Someone had mentioned that they had to leave and they just got back because they had a fire alarm go off. Hopefully everything's all right there. And I had seen in the chat. Let's see. Are ideology points still supposed to be deducted when a trade is chosen? I guess right now they're not, which is leading to lots of ideology points accumulating. So that's really interesting. So it seems like they're not
I
being...
don't know what they're talking about. I would have to see that. Yeah, that. Oh, what did I run test? I don't get here. Okay, that was weird. Yeah, I don't know. The way ideology points work is you get. You get 4. I mean, the first one costs 10, the second one costs 20, the third one costs 30, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And every time you buy one in one tree, they go up in cost in the other. So let's see. So if I go, if I buy this, which costs 10, the next one would cost 20. So that way, if you want to go straight up, you could go straight up to 5, but now this one down here that used to cost 10 is 60. And every time you buy one here, all the other ones go up 5 points. So eventually, if you fill this whole tree up, you might come back to benevolent and or if you fill up pragmatic, come back to benevolent and it'll be 75 points for the first one or 100 points for the first one. So that is how the spending works. And as far as I can tell, I've been testing that. It works fine. I'm wondering if maybe there's just something we're miscommunicating that is leading to confusion, because that is something that I've used quite a bit and it seems to be working. So more information on that would be helpful if it is in fact actually an issue.
Okay. Let's see. Will there be mining structures for the new bonus tiles, or are they just intended for adjacency bonuses?
You're talking about the trade resources? Yeah, the trade resources, you don't have to mine. They automatically, give you whatever they have. So if you have a Helios ore on your planet, is automatically giving you a miniaturization bonus of 5%. So you want to hoard those things. If you, but if they also give trade resources, also give adjacency bonuses because of their nature. But if you trade them away, then you don't get any money. And actually, right now, they're UI wise, it doesn't really tell you that you've traded them away. So we need to kind of add something for that. If you don't want them, if you just want the tile, you could just destroy them. If you don't care about approval or something, because you already are really good at approval. But they're also very useful for trading.
Okay.
I always get that eye. All right.
Yeah, definitely too with that issue with the ideology points, posting a save on the forums, or obviously take it to support to get that file transferred. Then it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, it sounds like maybe there's a misunderstanding. I don't know though. Okay. Anyway, so we're gonna now that I've gone through all of this, I should probably save the game. Cheat fest.
Interesting. There's mention that on the forums, a lot of the players are annoyed by the constructor spam required to upgrade star bases.
Hopefully, that's all been addressed pretty well by the new system.
Is there a large ship size with multi constructs for upgrading star bases?
There's nothing to stop you from making one.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was.
If you unlock high enough up, all the constructors will have multiple points. Okay, so the whole point of this little exercise is that these guys are now going to duke it out, and we're going to see that the fight should be relatively fair. I don't know if the Iconians do have like an accuracy bonus. But I think actually these guys have a dodge bonus or something. So this should be a pretty fair fight. Will come down to somebody losing. Might as well enjoy the view. All right. Oh, you notice that ship movement? I forget about that from Beta 4 how bad the ship movement was, and the explosions, and everything has changed so much. So hopefully you'll notice that battles look a ton better. It looks like the Thalion are going to win this. Yep. Okay. So the Thalion won this. Looks like actually pretty handily. All right. Now this fleet here of Iconians has 4 support ships in it. So I'm going to clone this fleet. Move it over here. Put it here. And then I'm going to clone this fleet. Put it over here. And then we're going to fight. So this is a non-support. So now the Thalians who won the last one have no support ships. And these guys have support ships. And I guess I need to give them... All right. Unless I did something wrong, which I hope I did not. Oh, wait, pause. I want to see what the situation is. Okay, so top down. Okay, so these ships, which look a little funny right now, are the 4. So we got a missile support ship, a beam support ship, a kinetic support ship, and a tactical support ship. And what the beam one does is it's going to give bonuses to, and I can't get to ship details from here, which would be nice, to shields and beam weapons. Obviously, missile one will give missiles and point defense, and kinetic will give mass drivers and armor. This one here, the tactical one, is going to give me support to targeting and speed. So as you watch this, and it's a little hard to tell without setting it to start at full range. But you'll notice that these guys will the battle's actually going to take place much closer to the enemy side than usual. So they're going to book over there. And then they should, in theory, pretty much slaughter they should pretty much slaughter the Thalians. Because these are all pretty good support ships because I cheated them up. So they'll still lose a fill ships. But yeah, notice how the battle is kind of drifting toward their side because they were able to get over there fast. Yeah. And look, they haven't even lost any of their large ships yet. Goodbye. Now at this tier, also those support ships aren't the highest end, so you could actually have. But there, so let's go back and actually I should have paused it before the battle was over. But those were equal forces except for these support ships. So now, but the thing about all the support ships and all the support modules is they all require resources. So now those mining resources are actually super helpful. So anyways, I just want to show how this works, and we will have prettier support ships in the next build. Right now they're using the transport and they look a little silly. Any questions?
Actually, I just noticed that was kind of our time for today.
Oh, okay.
So it was a really cool battle to kind of lead us out. Definitely want to thank everybody for their questions and for stopping by today. I want to also mention too, let's see, that the next stream we will have on this channel would be next Wednesday. It'll be the Sorcerer King stream. That'll be at 12 p.m. Pacific. Let's see. And of course, Thursday is Off-Road Trading Company, and then Fridays, as usual, like Galciv time.
Yeah, and if you like Beta 5 and you're having fun with it, and if we've addressed some of your concerns, please go over and give us a review on Steam. Feedback is very useful in the forums also as well, but the reviews are very nice to get because that's what people see, and that's really like the best thing you can do for us if you are excited about the project or if you're having fun with it. If you're not, that's fine. No pressure. But if you're watching this, you're probably enjoying the game. So let us know how you feel, and hopefully it's good.
Well, cool.
And I'm gonna watch these guys get blown up. Bye. Oh, that guy's going. Goodbye. Oh no, he's not going. Oh wait, there he goes.
And that's it.
And that's the end of our stream.
Yep. All right. Well, just want to wave to everybody and say thanks. We really appreciate you stopping by, and hope you have an awesome weekend.